Comics are a multimodal form in which text and images interact in complex, subjective ways. This creates unique opportunities for narrative experimentation. The Many Deaths of Laila Starr No. 3, in which the entire issue is narrated by a dying cigarette, is an excellent example. Comics are similar to novels in that the text typically occupies two registers, narration and dialogue, with comic book sound effects being a potential third register. In both comics and novels, narration and dialogue are typically interdependent, each informing and deepening the meaning of the other. Again, similar to novels, the narration in comics can take various perspectives and be various degrees of omniscient. In The Many Deaths of Laila Starr No. 3, the cigarette's narration is first-person omniscient. While its perspective is often limited by its proximity to Laila, it also knows the backstories of other characters. The voice of the cigarette narrator is similar to the third-person omniscient narration used throughout the series. But the cigarette is personified as a character with its own embodied emotions. It describes the tactile sensation of living next to Laila's heart and says it might be falling in love with her. This personification of the cigarette offers a new perspective on Laila and Darius. Unlike the third-person omniscient narrator, this first-person narrator is physically and emotionally affected by the feelings and emotions and actions of Laila and Darius. The cigarette also inhabits an inherently tragic subject position. It can't speak directly to the characters in the story, and its existence and mobility are limited by what the characters choose to do with it. Though Laila gives the cigarette life by lighting it up, she also ensures its rapid demise. Typically, first-person narration aligns a reader more closely with the narration. The personified cigarette that narrates the story enhances this effect. The cigarette is like us, indulgently observing romantic tragedies and narrative foreshadowing, but it can't affect or change the outcome. The cigarette's brief and tragic yet bright-burning existence can also be a metaphor for young lives on the cusp of change. Darius is at a crucial turning point, and so is Laila, the spirit of death inhabiting Laila. However, unlike the cigarette, these characters can choose what happens next. But even though the agency of the cigarette narrator is limited, it's pivotal in shaping lives. Similarly, the agency of the reader is limited, but enhanced by Ram V's creative narrative techniques, as well as the comic's form, which allows subjective, creative interpretations of this multimodal story.